threat. That's what they want you to think.
All right, today we have Find and Show Homes with Jessica Gonzalez, and tomorrow we have Make and Receive Offers with Miss Janet. Thank you, Janet. Please come to that class, and then Friday we're having a staff retreat here. But then Monday, Kirsten is going to go over the Michael Lewis marketing suite, how to leverage your marketing. Who's starting to utilize that? I know, Jerry, you're starting to utilize that, trying to get it into action?
That's how Jerry goes.
How's that working out for you, Paul? Good. Yeah? All right. Thanks for elaborating there. Monthly this week, and then we have the ALC meeting next week. So, Bowl, I think we already have 12 to 13 people signed up. First step's free. Please sign up as soon as possible. You've seen the registration links go out there. Increase your production by the transactions by 50%. The income's increased by 112% according to statistics. So please sign up for the first step of Bold. And we have Paul Shugart. Welcome, Paul Shugart, who recently joined us. And Mike Leva, who is right back there. Say hi, Mike. All right, welcome. All right, now we're going to get into the market update. Can somebody turn off the back lights first, please?
You got it.
All right, thank you. All right, so price per square foot rise a little bit this last month, 121. We have over 118. Now this right here, this year, this month, we actually put the reports on your desks or on your chairs to show you the reports that we actually used to get this report. So I'm going to summarize what's on this report, but you take this with you so you can study the different price ranges. So right here, this price range right here, so 100 to 104. It's down 29 sales, or down 29% from last year. 29%. 2.1 months of inventory. 150 to 199 range, sales are up 5% versus last year. 2 months of inventory. And then we have the 200 and 249 price range, up 14% over last year. 3 months of inventory. And then we have the 250, 209, it's up 58% versus last year. And pendings versus last year is up 121% for this price range right here. So, and there's 3 months worth of inventory. And then right here we have the 300 to 349 range. Sold's up 27% versus last year, 4 months of inventory. And then we have the 350 to 399 range. Sales are up 67% versus last year. And then the sell pendings are up 88% versus last year. So and then we have 5 months of inventory in that range right there. So on this report, you'll see that the back pages are each of those price ranges right there. So it gives you all the stats, days on market, months of inventory, average price, all that sort of thing for those price ranges. So that'll help you with your clients in your listing presentations as well, which is that's all accessible in the MLS using trends to run those reports. All right. We have our active listings for sale up 782, and the pendings are 307. Down actually. The solds are up. Pendings went down last month right there. And new listings, there's not a lot coming back on the market. If you could notice that kind of slowed down a little bit. Not a lot of people listing, but the inventory is creeping up a little bit. All right, months of inventory based on closed sale right there. So this month, based on the closed sales, we're down to 2.8 months. 2.8 months. And it's actually for pendings, it's down to 2.5 months, actually, based on pending sales. Average 214,000 for June, and median price is 190. So the appreciation still appreciating a little bit there, so creeping up there. Average days on market 504. I'm sorry, 54.
Yeah.
I was just
Flashback to 2006.
I was just seeing if Troy's paying attention.
Every word, I'm hanging on every word.
I didn't realize your C was so high.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
Market share. We have
It's just my public self.
Your public self. Kings County, 21% of the total units sold in June were King Keller. Right there, the volume, we're the number one out there. We last month, but we'll take it back. 22% of the total units sold in Orange Belt were Keller Williams. So that's a good job. as I said before, those are probably the most productive agents in that area out there. So
You did a
the
great
volume is down there, but they can sell the units out there. Active listings, single-family active listings we have 15% of the active listings in June, and we sold an astonishing 24% of the listings sold in June for 2000. All right. Now, we have our Broker's Corner, renamed to Corner to accommodate the time frame for the
Yes,
talks.
that's right.
Robin, can you turn on the lights back there, please, for me? Thank you.
Okay, most of the questions that I get have to do actually with our agents' professionalism, and that's why I really want you guys going to the classes. If you can, go to Bold, but really preparing your clients, your buyers and sellers for eventualities that come along during the process is what makes us professionals. For instance, an appraisal. If an appraisal is, if we tell the sellers the process of how we do business and what the path is going to look like, and we tell them if we get to an appraisal, what happens if the appraisal does not come in at value? That's right, you renegotiate. I actually had an agent tell me one time, Troy, just because the price came in lower than appraisal doesn't mean we renegotiate. And I said, the definition of a low appraisal is renegotiation.
Right.
Okay, that's what it is. We renegotiate if an appraisal comes in low. Now, we tell the seller this ahead of time, and it's not so shocking, right? They're like, oh, Troy knew exactly what was going to happen. He told us that this might happen, and he gave us one of three choices. One of three things is going to happen. So they're thinking about it already. One of three things. Either the seller drops the price to the appraised value, the buyer comes up with the difference in cash, or we meet somewhere in the middle. In other words, maybe we don't pay closing costs, but we drop the price. Maybe whatever. We find a creative way to somehow meet in the middle, right? That's one of three ways. The sellers don't know this. Now, the interesting thing about this is that a lot of times we work with clients who have sold maybe more houses than we have, right? Especially if you're a new agent. Maybe they've sold 10 houses over their lifetime or whatever, and you haven't sold one yet, or you've sold 2 or whatever. And so we start going, okay, well, we'll listen to the way they do business, right? Right? Yeah, okay? So oftentimes, we're like, well, we don't need to explain the process to them because they've got a lot of experience in the business. Maybe they have sold 10 homes in their lifetime. That's a lot for a client to have sold, right? Well, how many have you sold? Several hundred, maybe several thousand homes, right? So we concede to someone who's only sold 10 instead of telling them how we do business. Does that make sense? That's what professionalism is. This is the way we do business. I'm going to explain to you. I know you've done this many times before, but I'm going to explain to you the process. Okay, we're going to get an offer. We have options when we get an offer. We can counteroffer, we can accept it, we can reject it. What I'm telling you is that my clients, I do not allow you to reject offers out of hand. We will always counteroffer. We will always hit the ball back to the other people. If we prepare our clients for that ahead of time, then we don't get the emotional response. We talk to them about being disconnected from the outcome, right? We are telling them ahead of time, this is how we are going to respond to offers, right? Does that make sense?
Right, yeah.
So we want to do that. Keller Williams has a little book. If you're not familiar with how to do a buyer consultation, let me tell you something. If you do a buyer consultation with your buyers, you are going to have better offers written. In other words, you take half an hour to explain the process to your buyer ahead of time. You're going to write better offers. You're going to get more offers accepted, and they're going to have a pleasant experience. When I go through that process, and when I don't shortcut it, and I tell the people the process of buying or selling a house, and I just make myself do it with those people, then always at the end, they're satisfied with the outcome. Does that make sense? Because they're like, oh, Troy told us that it might be a short appraisal. Troy told us that this might be coming. They're not roadblocks, they're hurdles. How are we going to get over those hurdles? Okay? And that's our job as professionals, to explain how we're going to do business, how we, being you and your client, are going to respond to every eventuality. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, go fight sell.
So to summarize, set the expectations early.
That's right.
All right.
And often.
And often. Thank you, Troy. All right. Tracy, Mr. Esperman, come on up.
Not a fan of speaking. I'm gonna tell you, Rachel is not here, that's why I'm sitting here.
We won't boo you or anything.
Okay, thank you. We were just gonna remind everybody of the importance of getting your commission disbursements for Keller Williams into our escrows as early as possible. That way, we can disperse the file as early as possible and get you paid sooner. And make sure it's accurate. That kind of gives us an opportunity to double check. If you're doing 3.5% or you've given a credit that somehow doesn't get back to us, we now know in advance, so there's no chaos, that we can get your checks on time. So that's pretty much it. That's a minute. All right.
All right, Country Club,
I'm in,
come on up.
by
Bobby.
default today.
All right.
But I have good news. Normally, it's like we come up and we've got to tell you about some change that's coming, and it's going to be ugly. So we've got some good news today. First, I want to extend a big thank you to everybody that came to our training class on the new changes. We had the largest participation that we've ever had, and I really appreciate it. I can't tell you, if you haven't attended a class about the upcoming changes on, I only just saw somebody already, I'm like, whoa, that are coming up October 1st, let Jason know. So if you want us to do a repeat of the class, I can't tell you how important it is. I think it made a big difference. I learned things that I knew, but needed a refresher about it. So we'll try and do a refresher course if we get enough participation. I won't talk about rates because they're pretty stable, but let's talk about two good things that are happening in our industry. Current guideline is that when somebody is moving out of their departing residence and buying another home and maintaining that departing residence as a rental, we've had to document that they had 30% equity in that property before we could use rental income to qualify. Going away. They do not have to have 30% equity in the property. Now we can use, with a rental agreement or lease, an initial deposit check from a prospective tenant being received and deposited into the borrower's account, we can now use rental income to qualify.
Cool. So they don't have to have a history of it? It
Nope.
can be immediate?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
That's good.
No, so all very good news on the horizon with that change that's coming out. Secondarily, if we needed reserves, we used 401ks, IRAs, employer 457 plans, and we could only give them 60% of the vested balance in that account.
Oh, wow.
That's going away. That is huge for us. Also, in addition to that, if we can verify that the buyer has more than 20% of the required cash to close in their 401k, IRA, whatever plan it is, now we only require 2 months of reserves on the departing residence or any investment property and no reserves on their purchased property. So all these things are going to help with cash to close for our buyers, and also using rental income now, we're going to be able to qualify those people for a higher purchase price,
Right.
because we're going to offset that departing residence payment.
Is that
So
available now? Is that
I'll have
coming
to
up?
check the date on the Fannie Mae announcement, but yes, pretty quick. If not immediate, it's very, very quick. So good things are coming.
That is really
Okay,
good.
thank you.
All right, thank you,
Very
Barbara.
All right.
All right, now, Victor Corral from San Joaquin Valley Homes, come on up, Vic.
Hey, Victor.
I don't think that many people knew me here, so I'm a little stressed out. Last time I was here, you had like 150 people or something.
Yeah, I think that's the day Kevin paid everybody.
That was Kevin's fault.
Somebody's at fault. All right, guys, so I'm here, in case you don't know about San Joaquin Valley Homes. We're the new local builder here in the area. We've been out for a couple of years now. We're up to 6 communities and we're growing. We're actually expanding into Bakersfield now, so the company's going through, the growth right now. Currently, I'm out here at San Marino on the other side of Visalia. If you guys have not been out there, it's a great neighborhood, great location. We've got four plans that we're selling out there. Some of them can be expanded into, actually I can do 6 plans out of the ones that we have available. We can expand 2 of them. So what I came for today is just advertise. I want to invite you guys first. If you guys haven't been out to the models, we're open on Sundays and Mondays from 11 to 6, and then Tuesdays through Saturdays from 10 to 6. So open all day. I'm Victor Corral, if you guys don't know me. I've been selling new homes for since 2003, so I've been at this for a little while. If you guys come out, want to kind of reassure you guys that everything's going to be taken care of by us, so really we just depend on you guys to bring somebody in, register them. On the registration, one thing that's very important is we know clients are very loyal, but they do come out without you guys sometimes. It is very important that you guys have them, or that you guys register them on their first visit or before they get there. If it's absolutely not possible for you guys to show up before they get there and they come out without you, talk to them, call me, let me know, hey, my clients went out there, I didn't know they went out, what can we do? So at least that way we can talk about it, because if it goes to corporate, I need to be able to bat for you guys if it worked out the other way around, because the boss has the final say on that. So my prices start at the 320s. My sizes are from 20 square feet. We can go all the way up to 3,205 square feet, so we can get considerably large. We've got courtyards, we've got in-law quarters, we've got some really great features out there. So the broker co-op is 3%. We're taking about 5 months on average to build a house. Right now we're kind of ahead of ourselves. We ended up selling quite a bit more homes to begin with than we had anticipated. Within the first 3 months, we sold 18 houses where the goal was actually to sell about 12 to 13. So we were way ahead. So right now, we're trying to catch up with construction. So if we had a client that came out today and purchased a dirt lot, you'd be looking at roughly about 6 to 7 months before they moved in. With that said, I do have some lot availability. I've got a few homes that are spec homes that are in a cul-de-sac lot. It is on Modoc Court. Please come out to the office so we can give you information on that. I also have 4 dirt lots. 2 of them are RV capable. They're 75 feet wide. Sizes range from 9,000 to 9,095. So if you've got anybody looking for RV on that side of town, bless you. Anybody looking for that size out there, please bring them by or give us a call. We can give you more information on that. I also brought out a flyer. It's sitting over here on the table. This is a spec home that we have currently available. We've got a deep incentive on this guy. It's 2,600 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom with a loft upstairs, master bedrooms downstairs. It's a 2-car garage. On this house, it's got some really nice options, amenities that we've added to it, covered patio and some other items that are in there. The price on it is $353,900. The house will be finished towards the end of August, early September move-in. Incentives on this guy are up to $25,000. We're going big on this. The house has started construction. We don't have a buyer for it, so we're incentivizing it nice and heavy so we can get it out. $15,000 of that will go towards options, so they can put quite a bit of options with that incentive. And then we have up to $10,000 for closing costs. So rest assured that their closing costs are going to be covered. We're open today from 10 to 6, so if you guys are out and about, please stop by, check them out. I will not be there, but Roxanne will be there, and then I'll be back on Thursday if you guys have any specific questions for me. So anyways, I appreciate you guys giving me the time, and I hope you see you guys soon.
All right. Happy birthday here for us today. We got Jordan Matthews, Jerry Giotto, and Sarah Sanders coming up. And then we got Andrew Melody and Michelle Vandersteen in Hanford. So wish them a happy birthday when we see them. All right. Wants, needs, anyone? You guys are the
Yes.
group. Oh, great. Thank you.
I have a buyer who would like a home that has about at least 2,400 square feet with a pool. And they're open to areas, of course, they prefer northwest or southwest, but, so anyway, if anyone has anything coming up.
529?
Pardon?
529?
No, up to 350.
Oh.
I have one, sir. You do, okay.
Mike.
I've got a house up in Shannon Ranch. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath with a large loft. It could be a room or 2 rooms actually. 3-car garage. We're going to list it close to 300, but he said if I could find anyone to buy it before we list it, he's going to go down to close to 280, which is way below value. So if anybody, it's at 2929 West Prescott.
Thanks, Mike. Gene.
I have a new listing for Candace that I took this Sunday, I guess. 4733 West Rialto for $289,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and it has 2,400 square feet with a 3-car garage and pool.
Okay.
Thank you. Ready to show.
Okay.
I have a new listing, 1228 East, 1228 East Vassar Court. It is 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 440 square foot game room that they're using for a 4th bedroom right now, a pool, detached 2-car garage, 16,500 square foot lot. 315,000. 2,700 square feet
And with the pool?
with a pool and a spa.
All right.
And a good list.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
Yeah.
Belmont.
Yeah, I just rehabbed the house, about 1,200 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. We've got an 18,000 square foot lot. It's multi-family, so you can put up to 6 units on it. It'll be 120.
Where is it?
Oh, it's on the Leslie, 745 North Leslie.
Anyone else? Fires, wants, needs? Bucket fillers? No buckets to fill today?
Bucket fillers.
Wayne?
Shout out to our staff here.
Yeah.
Carly was on vacation and Tasha was out sick. They did not miss a beat. Everything kept going real smooth, real great. Everything was fantastic. Just want to give them a
That is,
thank you very much.
yes.
I wanted to fill the bucket of the Main Street escrow staff that is here this morning and for all the excellent, outstanding service at the drop of a hat that they always give. Thank you.
All right, anybody else? Jean?
I want to fill the bucket of Country Club Mortgage in Main Street for their presentation last week on the class. It was excellent. I think we all need, I know I need to take that class about 3 times before I finally get it. So, I mean, it's good to start early, and I'm glad to hear we got an extension until October to give us a chance to kind of get on board, but it was a great class. Thank you.
Thank you.